Paul McCartney has shared the heartfelt message he wishes he could give to his late Beatles bandmates, John Lennon and George Harrison. Lennon was tragically killed by Mark David Chapman at the age of 40 in 1980, while Harrison passed away from cancer in 2001 at the age of 58. Their deaths sparked a wave of global mourning as Beatles fans united to honor the legendary musicians. Over the years, Paul has regularly paid tribute to both, commemorating their birthdays with posts on social media and weaving memories of them into his live performances, celebrating the music they created together. In a reflective moment captured in the 2024 documentary, Beatles 64, McCartney looked back on the group's early years, the songwriting process, and the words he wishes he could say to John and George today. The film, which debuted on November 29th last year, chronicles the Beatles' historic arrival in America in 1964 and is directed by acclaimed filmmaker Martin Scorsese. It blends rare archival footage with fresh interviews to tell the story of how Beatlemania swept across the United States. By the time the Fab Four landed in New York on February 7, 1964, they had already conquered the UK and Europe. They were greeted by massive crowds, and just 2 days later, their legendary debut on The Ed Sullivan Show drew more than 73 million viewers, making it the most-watched television broadcast of its era. The Disney Plus documentary showcases this spectacle alongside intimate behind-the-scenes moments, revealing the close friendship between John, Paul, George, and Ringo during a time of unimaginable fame. New interviews with Paul and Ringo are featured, along with appearances by fellow music icons Smokey Robinson, Ronald Isley, and Ronnie Spector. The film explores how the Beatles' music, especially the early love songs penned by John and Paul, resonated deeply with young audiences across America. At one point, McCartney reflects on a handwritten lyric notebook for I Want to Hold Your Hand, noting that their first hits were crafted as personal messages to fans, full of the joy they experienced while making them, which he believes came through in the recordings. Later, when asked what he would say to Lennon and Harrison if they were still alive, McCartney expressed that his message would simply be an expression of love, something that wasn't openly shared between young men growing up in Liverpool, except in the closest of brotherly bonds.